New this morning, the Rhode Island League of Charter Schools releasing findings from a school funding analysis showing some alarming discrepancies in student performances. And this new study comes as we've been following multiple discussions of school mergers, including the closure of 360 High School based on decreasing enrollment and lack of advanced placement opportunities. We've got more details on that. That study claims discrepancies expand beyond just the public school district. That's where Yanni Tregellis comes in. He's joining us live in studio right now with more details. Yanni, what else can you add to that?
Yeah, Carter, well, there are three major districts in the state when we're talking about charter schools. That is Providence, Central Falls, and Pawtucket. Now, about 76% of all charter school students in the state, they come from those three districts. But when you look outside of the big three there, the funding available for other charter school students, according to the Rhode Island League of Charter Schools, is far lower than in those three. And for the schools that rely on the state funding, they are not getting nearly enough. Now, the analysis of these schools came with five major findings. One of those findings, finding that charter school students will most times receive fewer resources than their peers at traditional schools. Now, the study finding, on average, a nearly $1,500 deficit in funding for a charter school student than a traditional public school student. But for the three largest communities, Providence, Pawtucket, and Central Falls, the gap much larger, around $2,900.
So the current system, from an outputs perspective, provides fewer resources on a per student basis for students attending charter districts when compared to traditional districts statewide, but also those major sending districts that contribute majority of the students to charter schools.
Now, some of the other findings from the League of Charter Schools showing that a major disconnect between students' needs and state fundings, as well as that student success factors do not account for their needs in the classroom. And at 6:30, you'll hear more about some more of the League for Charter Schools findings on a lack of transportation options for charter school students. In the newsroom, Yanni Tregellis, ABC 6 News.